subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Thank you. United Nations suspend air services in Northeast over attack on helicopter. The United Nations air services have been suspended in the troubled Northeast. This followed an attack on one of its helicopters in Damasak, Borno State by a Boko Haram terrorist group. The helicopter had planned to pick some aid workers in Damasak to Maiduguri on Friday when it aborted its plan as it was shot at by some members of the Boko Haram terrorist group. This compelled the United Nations humanitarian coordinator in the country, Mr. Edward Callon, to suspend all air expeditions in the area for a week. A source told one of our correspondents that anonymously that all aircrafts and helicopters had been grounded in Maiduguri. He said they had been asked not to undertake any expedition out of the town. He said that the attack helicopter had 2 holes and could not land in Damasak to pick the people it had gone to pick, as it had to immediately turn back to Maiduguri. The head Public Information Unit, United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs in Nigeria, Ms. Eve, confirmed the attack. She said a statement will soon be released to the press. And then again, earlier today, the United Nations condemned the Boko Haram attack on Damasak damage to aid helicopter. The United Nations has condemned the Boko Haram attack in Damasak, Mobile local government area of Borno State on Thursday, where 2 people, including a 5-year-old child, were killed. Edward Callon, the United Nations humanitarian coordinator in Nigeria, in a statement, where it decreed the July 2nd attack, where a humanitarian helicopter also suffered damages. In his statement, and I read, "I'm gravely concerned by reports of another violent attack by non-state armed groups in Damasak, Borno State, on 2nd July, in which at least 2 innocent civilians lost their lives, including a 5-year-old child. Several others were injured, and a humanitarian helicopter was hit, sustaining serious damage," Callon said in a statement. "I strongly condemn any attack against civilians, humanitarian assets, or aid workers, and call on all armed parties to respect international humanitarian law and international human rights law, and ensure the protection of civilians, humanitarian properties, and personnel. I furthermore call on all parties to allow and facilitate safe and unimpeded access for humanitarians to deliver life-saving assistance to most vulnerable people in the Northeast." He also extended his condolences to families of the civilians who lost their lives in the attack and wished a prompt recovery to those injured. The United Nations official confirmed that while a United Nations humanitarian air service helicopter was hit by bullets during the attack, no aid workers were on board at that time, just as he condemned the crew for piloting the chopper to safety during the attack. "I deployed that a UN humanitarian air service helicopter was hit by bullets during the attack. No aid workers were on board at the time, and the crews are all safe. My thoughts are also with the crew, and I commend them for piloting the choppers back to safety during the critical situation," he stated. Callon lamented that the attack and damage to the helicopters severely affected the ability of aid actors to provide urgently needed assistance to vulnerable people in remote areas across Borno State. The United Nations humanitarian air service is essential to evacuate wounded civilians and remain the backbone to facilitating humanitarian access, thereby enabling United Nations agencies and non-governmental organizations to safely and securely reach the most vulnerable populations, he said. In 2019, they transported 66,271 passengers and 147 megatons of humanitarian assistance, as well as evacuations. He further stated that insecurity and violent attacks have continued to hamper the ability of people to access basic services and livelihood and recover from the protracted crisis in the northeast Nigeria. The United Nations and the NGO partners are working to bring life-saving assistance to 7.8 million people in the crisis-affected states of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe states, many of them in remote areas. According to him, Nigeria's government's commitment to investigate the attack and swiftly bring to justice the perpetrators is a welcome development. He, however, called on the Nigerian authorities to reinforce the safety and security of all humanitarian workers in the northeast. He also disclosed that several others were injured while the humanitarian helicopter was hit by bullets, causing some damages. This is the news coming from the United Nations, and I must say it's a very bad attack, like it's a very big damage. According to the humanitarian bodies, the helicopter was about to land at Damasak when the incident occurred, but turned back to Maiduguri, about 190 kilometers away to the land. Crews in the helicopters and the head workers landed safely and unhurt. This is a very nice one. I must commend this part of the comment, but I must say that I'm really disappointed that Nigerian government, up until now, we have not heard anything from the Buhari-led administration. No one have come out to commiserate with the family that lost their disease, including the 5-year-old kid. Up till now, nothing has been done, and it's a very bad thing. It is not good at all. They really need to keep up with they really need to do better than this, because the Boko Haram have been tormenting people, and up till now, nothing has been done about it. It's really a very bad thing, and few Nigerians has also reacted to this. One of the comments I have here said, "I'm still wondering why the president refused to declare Boko Haram a terrorist group. This is too obvious." Then the next one person said, "It's unusual that someone has not expressed shock over this sudden news." Then another one said, "Maybe Buhari is yet unaware of this, or maybe he's trying not to react yet." The next comment said, "What is the United Nations helicopter doing in Nigeria? Maybe this person didn't read the news to find out that are really offering help." Then the next one said, the United Nations have already withdrawn their aids from the North ASAP. Then again, we have, "At least US will know the length of relationship between Buhari and the terrorists and come to our rescue." Then another person said, "These guys aren't just animals, they are also demons. They won't come out to the real fight in the open, but be killing inside bush village. Imagine they murdered a 5-year-old kid. This is so absurd. It's really bad." Then the next one said, "Please, when are they going to attack the American embassy? I don't really know if this guy think it's a child's joke. It's not a funny thing, so we are not praying for them to attack any other place." Then the next comment I have here said, "Maybe the United Nations will now take the issue of security seriously in Nigeria. This should elicit quick response from United Nations whenever they are called upon to assist in the fight against terrorism in Nigeria. This is a wake-up call." Then one other comment I have here said, "When Nigerians herself has not taken the issue of security serious, so is United Nations that will take it serious? You people are not serious about the whole matter." Then another one said, "As usual, our President Muhammad Buhari will be shocked over this news and will still not take any action." Then this person said, "Boko Haram is now attacking a helicopter. They are now in the same level with the Al-Qaeda internal body. Okay, the Al-Qaeda internal body should be called in. Terrorism is the worst thing that can happen to any country." Then the next one said, "God have mercy on the Boko Haram terrorists. God have mercy on Burutai-led administration." Then the last comment I have here said, "Wahala deo, barbarians. What abomination haven't they committed? Didn't they rape pregnant women open and slaughter their babies who were in diapers? Yet our government and the world keeps pampering them. 5-year-old child, may God send judgment upon them and all who secretly and openly support them." This is really a very bad news, and we don't wish to ever hear of such again. You too can as well become part of this discussion by dropping your opinion at the comment section. We'd want to know what you think concerning this inhuman act towards the United Nations and the people of Nigeria. And please do subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell icon to get notified whenever we make a new upload. See you in my next video. Thank you.